There goes the muskrat. There's a lot of traffic right now. Wow. This is a busy place. It's usually just ultra silent. Just sitting here admiring the first growth. These are the bloodroot. I don't really know much about bloodroot, but I think it's possible that the root is used for dye. There is also, let's see if I can find one right here. Let's see if I've got the right spot. Yeah, in between those and close. Is that it? No, it's under a stick that's going the opposite direction. Okay, so it's hard to go from this to that. So there's a place where the sticks cross. Is that it there? There's a cross that comes up this way and this way. There's two that are a V. That'll be easiest to find. There they are. Two that are a V. Okay. The first stick crosses. Okay, I see this stick. Oh, okay. So I follow this one out, and before the stick that crosses it, so that would be there. Okay, let's go zoom. There we go. Okay. Was it worth the wait? That is Dutchman's breeches. Or breeches. So a Dutchman's underwear. And don't they look like it? Aren't they the cutest little thing? This is an interesting plant, a beautiful little flower. And the thing that I find so cool about it, these are the leaves. They kind of look like geraniums. But look at these breeches. They're just all puffed up. You know, it's like balloons hanging on a stick. But the whole thing disappears. It's as if it was never there. And then it shows back up again next year. And so one day I dug it up. And I found out it had a tuber. Why is a beep over there? There's another beep, or was it? There's traffic out there. So out at the highway, see there's a flag. It's attached to that telephone pole. And, oh look, you can see the top of the teepee. Isn't that something? You can see the top of the teepee between the short telephone pole and the tall telephone pole. And sometimes the flag which is attached to the short telephone pole blows in the wind. And so from here, that is the very tip top of my teepee. Now that teepee is the coolest place ever. I mean, I have a ladder up the side of it. You can climb up and lay on it against it, and you get the most awesome view. I mean, it's the coolest thing ever. And then, of course, Grandma's cottage. Well, Grandma's cottage is quite dear to my heart. It came from very distraught beginnings. It was being thrown away, and big black letters were painted on the side, free. And it was terribly dirty, and I brought it home. They had a truck. They brought it home, and they parked it. Actually, they parked it over here. But that area became something else, so it was put here. And in Grandma's cottage, at the far end, first of all, there's windows that go around. It's a little trailer. They all open. And you're right there in the woods, and there's a big bird's nest on the gas lamp. And in the bird's nest is a phoebe. But that carried on, like, this has been, I don't know how many years this has been here. Maybe 15, maybe 17. Oh no, I got it when I was making videos of it. So I was well established on here. So it's called Grandma's Cottage. It was called the Gypsy Cabin. Anyway, and so the cleaning up of it is all videoed and it's on here somewhere. So that was it within the last 17 years. Okay, well, in 17 years of being out there without a door, it was missing one long window, but I replaced it, sort of, in a very tool-free, flower child way. So in it are 2 rocking chairs, cushy big rocking chairs. And you have a view from it. You can look, let's see. So you look over this is a little marshland right in front of it. When the guy brought it here, I asked if he could dig that a little bit. So it's about a foot down. So it's a wonderful wetland right there. And then I look across this little wetland, and there is a moat. You can't really see it from here, but it comes around there. And then there's an island. And the island is in the middle. And the moat comes around the island. And then it comes out. Oh, the moat goes around. Anyway, and so from Grandma's cottage, which is just behind these alders, you see, you walk in over here, and all these alders, I should use something else. Anyway, all these alders are, they're happy living on both sides of the stream, and they follow the stream along. I never thought of it in that way before, but that makes it a lot easier to. And this teepee over here, this is the alder teepee. I just thought it was a good spot, but then I realized as years went on that it's a floodplain. I mean, this is a marsh, so it's a floodplain, and it's not a good place. It's not high enough. So that is, there's going to be, the future is going to change for that. Okay, and then over here at Grandma's cottage, the sun streams right in the window. Oh my gosh, to stand there inside the doorway and feel the sun on your face on a freezing cold winter day, that's wonderful. You know, I really love that little building, but because of its condition and because of other people's reaction to it, they're seeing the building. I'm seeing the views from the building and from the comfortable chair, the views from the comfortable chair. But when people come in, that's not what they see. They see garbage, a place that should be in the dump. I'm not going in there, excuse me. Anyway, it's all in the eye of the beholder, right? You find old people that live in places that young people would never approve of. It's because it's kind of fallen down around them, but they didn't notice because they were always there. But it was still wonderful, and it was home. Okay, and so moving on. So you come in from around the moat. There's this wonderful road, and you come in. This is where the road is in front of me. Okay, and this comes up and it meets the moat road. So that's called Teardrop Point. And then you go over that way just a little bit. And then you can come into and over here. But I don't think I'm going to be able to point it out. The best I can do is aim the center of the camera at it. So the center of the camera is going to be the pointer. So you walk in here. Now you have 2 decisions. You can go to the left or the right. If you go to the left, you go around the moat a little bit. And then there's a pathway from that road, and it goes beside the little marsh, and I have marsh marigolds planted on the edge of it, and there's a little bridge that goes right along in front of this. It's a really cute little swamp cottage. You know, it could be in the bayou. There's some place you might see somebody living in the bayou. I painted the side of it. It says Grandma's Cottage, and I put a big... I painted it long ago, got rid of the big black free that was on it. I put some stuff on the roof, but the wind, I lost this year. Some years I win, but this year I lost, and the weather won, and so now I have decisions to make. I have to go analyze the situation, find out why it didn't work. Me and the Lord, He'll talk with me while we do it, and He'll let me know what I should do, how I should do it. Okay, so from there you go out back, but you don't usually go this side of it. There used to be an outhouse chair and bucket, and you would go just this side of the end and around back into some very dense alders. But I decided that once I changed things again and wanted to see the grass hut just behind it, you know, like I wanted to get rid of the tall alders right there so I could see it. So when I cut those down, which is really against my religion, I don't cut trees down. I mean, not my religion, but my own, who I am. Okay, so you come out from Grandma's cottage. You're facing the view, the sun. You go to the left, and then there's a path that leads right. It leads perpendicular to the end. No, you go straight past the end, so you're going a straight line. So you come out the front door and you turn left. You're facing the sun. You turn left and you go straight. And then you come just behind those alders is the pond. Now the corner of the pond is right here. The corner of it's not the closest corner, it's the second corner. It's a little rectangle. It's kind of hard to see exactly where it is. But when it was dug, before we came, it had a pile of high ground all the way around it. It had been there for a long time, so it was not fresh or anything. But as you sit and look at the topography, you could see that there was a definite ring around the pond, and it had three sides. The stream was one side of the pond, and then a flattened ridge was next, and there was milkweed on it. And then a narrower ridge went around the back, and that's where I put a swing chair, and that's what is actually, you're looking straight across that side. That side goes from left to right, and it goes from the lower, like say right from the center. Well, no, you can sort of see where it's not as dense. You see where there's a gap between the far trees, which are on the other side of the stream. Anyway, so I always called it Horseshoe Island because it looked like a horseshoe. And we put a kayak in it. We accessed the whole area from the other side of the stream. And we would put a kayak in the water there, right about in the center of the water of the picture there. And sometimes there were ducks there. You had to be quiet when you came because they'd always fly up. Oh, what time is it? I must be on my way. Okay. I'm glad we've had this moment. Anyway, so There's a grass hut there too. See? The grass hut. We haven't had time to talk about it. We'll have to continue this story another time. Oh, that was fun. Bye-bye.